How are you guys doing? We're going to do the 5 aspects of the soul today. The background though. My mum left her phone for me so that I could hotspot. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed though. We don't have no problems. I don't want no problems. Alright, let's cleanse up these cards. Try and be as quick as possible because, like I said, I don't want no drama. It's my last day in Zimbabwe. I go home tomorrow, but I managed to sort out my business. Hey guys, hey. Hey y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. My mum's for the collective, yeah, because really and truly, she knows like our hosts are not really about this life. So she went off with my auntie to pick up the babies. Oh, I'm so glad you made this live. It's probably the most beautiful one I'll ever do here in Zimbabwe. I'm in Harare. And yeah, so my mum left her phone. I mean, I thought she was doing it. I thought she'd done it by mistake, but she actually forgot a couple of things and she came back twice. She never once came for her phone, so I'm just assuming my mum wanted the collective to get their reading. It is so beautiful, honestly. This garden is everything. Just quickly do it before the sun goes down. We are all doing awesome. I can let y'all know I am officially a resident of Zimbabwe, a citizen of Zimbabwe. Not a resident, a citizen. I mean, it was the most frustrating process, but it's done now. So dual citizenship is a thing, guys. It's a thing, guys. If you can get dual citizenship somewhere else outside of the West, it is strongly advised. It's strongly advised because that the place finish. Thank you. Managed to drag these braids out finally. All right. So before we start, let's get into prayer. Our Divine Mother and Father who live within us, higher be thy name, our freedom come, your will be done on earth as it is within us. Give us this day our daily breath, and forgive us our trespasses against ourselves and others as we forgive those who trespass against us and themselves, through all lifetimes, timelines and levels of consciousness. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the absence of love. For we are the kingdom, we are the power. Divided we are weak, united we are victorious. And to you the Umwari, we give all of the glory forever and ever. Duanete. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. So it is, and so it will be. Ashe. I ask that my ancestors, my guides, my angels, my Orisha, my higher self join up with that of the collective so that we can have a nice, clear, precise reading about our 5 aspects, how they're moving, and how we can come further into alignment and union with these aspects for our highest, greatest good. Ashe. Weird, my mouth's really, really dry. Let me have a little sneaky Jim Squeechy. I actually don't think I enjoy smoking anymore. That's wild. Barely smoked since I've been here, so I guess it's no longer a thing. I've been dreaming differently. I dreamt of Tahuti. Yeah, not so long ago, 2 nights ago. Tahuti. I've never dreamt of such a thing in my life. It was a masculine energy, and it helped to again back with my body's being realigned in my sleep. Like, I was in so much discomfort from the journey from Bulawayo to Harare. I was literally stiff, and that night I felt like I was being pulled and realigned, and I slept so good. Even mum, I was sleeping next to mum, and mum wasn't sleeping well, and then all of a sudden she just settled down. I was like, what is this? What is this? I'm getting into the crystalline because, boy, look at these shiny. I stayed in the sun all day today, though. Let's hurry up before the sun goes down, because you see, once the sun goes down, that's it. It's dark nafak. All right, so first of all, we're going to look at the divine feminine energy. My cousin's in the house. House is over here. Wait, why does it feel chilly? I've got my blanket there. Let me put my blanket over me. I mean, it's full of all types of shrubbery. I am feeling funky Q. Getting ready to travel back home tomorrow. So weird, because should so the sun's going down, but it's not really a big tree for it to be blocking out the sun like that. Man. We get a card for the divine feminine. Thank you. I didn't bring my glasses. It says initiative, adaptability, versatile, multi-talented. This symbol represents the twists and turns in the journey of life. The tortoise nature of life's journey requires one to be versatile, use initiative, motivated, and resilient to survive. That's exactly, I can say my divine feminine was definitely moving like that. Had to be versatile, even like having to come home and, you know, abide by certain rules, not only the weird rules, but also just the rules of the house, and the I'll have that for the divine masculine. I might as well just pull the cards if I'm going to be hurrying up. I had to adapt very quickly to a different type of lifestyle. And I feel like the divine feminine is going to have to do the same, especially, like I said, the West is finished. The West is absolutely over and done with. So the divine feminine energy is going to have to do what it do in terms of versatility, being able to adapt to different environments. Many of the collective are going to be on the move, going to have to move in order to survive. In order to survive, it won't be just it's the gardener. It won't just be a matter of you know, keeping our heads down and waiting for the storm to be over. We may have to move, hence why I told you, if you can get your citizenship, dual citizenship in another country outside of the West, that's what you need to do. And you need to start making plans on how you are going to start to rebuild as it say here, initiative, adaptability, versatility, multi-talented. You're going to have to become multi-talented, not just with the skills that you've adopted or acquired through your spiritual ascension process, but also practical skills, things like agriculture, things like learning to plant, when to plant, you know, when to sow your seeds, to harvest your seeds, how often do you water certain things. Each and every crop moves differently, so it's a matter of knowing how and when. Land, you'd be very, very surprised at how much land there is available to not only to organizations, bigger organizations, but also to me and you, like just your average Joe. And what would we do with that land if you had that land? Well, how would you cultivate this land if you had this land? We're also custodians of this land, full stop, of the earth. So again, it's how are you playing your part? How are you of service to mother at this time? Because boy, Big Mama is more than getting ready to make this full transformation. I believe that come the end of the Pluto retrograde, we're really going to see what's good and what's available to. I'm getting a little bit distracted. I'm looking at my cousins walking straight towards me. Hey, cuz. We on YouTube, baby. We on YouTube.
I see you enjoying the sun and everything.
I'm trying to, but I keep missing
when
it.
Mom was filming, I knew Diana was back. And you know what, sis? Now I just don't give a shit anymore because I know I'm leaving anyway.
You see this politics? It's beautiful.
I don't give no two shits.
She says she don't give no two shits. Versatility, adaptability versus initiative. She's making her own plan to do her own thing, and she's right here in Addis, a beautiful space, and she's having to make her own plans and adapt to some new realities and outcomes for her life. I want to pull some clarifiers very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. We get some, I mean, also adaptability. I mean, we've got a new lurgy. Got a new lurgy. My sister D said it's like the 6th plague, boils, the sores, with the 10 plagues when Pharaoh truly ain't trying to let the people go. You see, but this is coming true. 9 of Pentacles. So this is all. 9 of Pentacles is representative of you already putting bare hard work in, bare time, bare energy, bare money, investing in yourself, in your family, investing in your future, and not necessarily doing so in the West. We're not trying to throw money into the West anymore, especially as indigenous people. We're not trying to do that. So you've already taken the initiative, because the 9 of Pentacles is here. You've been putting down a little coin. You know, you've been investing in some things over the last couple of years, especially from the first outbreak of a lurgy, which, as we know, was the beginning of the great shift for all to feel and see. Please like the video when you come in, please, when you come into the room, I beg you, like it, man. So I'm not that worried. The Divine Feminine has got more than several streams of income popping, should do, and now the Divine Feminine's pulling at all the resources that is available right now, because it really is that time to bring all of your resources in together to create something much bigger. I'm talking to myself. If you've got business, launch it right now. launch it right now. It could never. If you've already been putting in the work, if it's something brand new, if you're starting something absolutely brand new, obviously during a Mercury retrograde, we're not trying to start something new, but what we are trying to do is continue a momentum with something that has already had a lot of work put into it. So if you're starting, or if you've been sitting on something that needs launching or releasing, now is the time to do so. Now is the time to do so, because it's indicating that it can be very, very lucrative for you at this time. My mouth's dry. My mouth and my lip them dry. Shit. I can't believe the sun went down the way it went down, man, because it's not cold, it's just a little bit chilly. Anyway, so, and also having the ability to adapt to new situations. So when you start this business, you may have to adapt to new habits that you haven't necessarily been privy to before or had to do before. So it's about discipline as well at this time, having a level of discipline in order to carry your shit out and to execute it well, so that you can guarantee its success. Thank you for the likes, guys. So yes, there's that part. Then for the divine masculine, I'm sorry if I'm rushing, yeah, but I'm in Africa, yeah. Once the sun go down, I feel it done. Freedom and emancipation. So as the divine feminine energy is using initiative, adaptability, and versatility, divine masculine is emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but yourself can free your mind. Do you hear? Nothing but yourself can free your mind, man. Freedom and emancipation. Let's have a look. Freedom and emancipation from what? From all of the bullshit, man. There's so much going on. It's to the point where they're making it obvious. It's like they're dangling things in front of us, saying like, "Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Are you gonna believe this one? If you do, you dumbass." And we over here like, am I a dickhead? Like, why would you even try this? Because we're not dumb. Some people are. Some people are still playing dumb, you know. So emancipation from freedom and emancipation, and this is again, these are your aspects, nothing outside of yourself. So if your divine feminine energy is kind of got a plan, got resources, and then your masculine energy is hell-bent on freedom and emancipation, it's a party. It's a beautiful alignment and combination of your two aspects, divine masculine and divine feminine, working really well together in order to change your life. Boom. 5 of Cups, 5 chalices, what we're looking at. 5 of Cups. There may be some regret. There may be some you know, some sorrow. You may feel some type of way about having to leave some things behind, you know, and that's okay. That's okay, because I feel like we're all going to have to experience that in order to gain our freedom. There was a meeting on the 22nd, I believe. I can't remember. There was a meeting with all these nations, which are actually corporations, to see if they would agree in allowing us to keep our freedom, keep our sovereignty. They're not going to. They don't want to do that. I'm sure the overall consensus was no. But this meeting went down. Many of us were distracted. I can't even remember. I don't even know what the distraction could have been, because I've been offline most of the time since I've been here. So if there was a distraction, it was from that, so that you can be hoodwinked, so you no longer have authority over your body. I think my sister Jazz was telling me more about that. Soon the 3 of Cups are going to come back, and we're going to talk about these subjects really deeply, because we feel that there's an urgency at this point now, so that your freedom is being infringed, and your sovereignty is at risk more than ever at this point. So just be aware and remember what I told you long time ago. I think it was in the one of the portals towards the end of last year. I was saying, have the meek already inherited the earth and don't know it yet? Have we aligned with the frequency of freedom and emancipation, or are we still enslaved? Are we still somehow tied to Simon and them in one way or another? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself, and how likely, how able are you to adapt to self-sovereignty? Because it sounds nice, it sounds great, but if you've been these birds, if you've been used to depending on Simon and them throughout your life, and then all of a sudden you are being asked to self-govern, how likely is that for you? How disciplined are you to carry that out, to live that out? And like I said, you may feel some sorrow and regret leaving some of that codependency behind, because it was while we were asleep, it was kind of nice, everything at our fingertips, everything at our disposal. But really and truly, the price was too high to pay, because the price was our freedom. So Five of Cups with freedom and emancipation. Let's get one more. The way I've been scrutinized since I've been here. Why do you have tattoos? Like, I had to take my ring out yesterday to get my ID, my nose ring. I was so devastated, because it's for but these people were just like, yep, take that out. What we got? Queen of Wands. So with freedom and emancipation, we've got Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands she's action, man. She's getting that shit done. She's moving. It's a forward movement when it comes to fiery, passionate Aries energy, with the Queen of Wands as well, working in conjunction with the divine feminine energy. That is only a winning combination, in my opinion. You can only win. There's nothing, everything that you feel like you're leaving behind, you will gain tenfold. So just be clear that the things that you may still be holding onto are the very things that are actually causing you blockages in moving forward and creating dynamic change for yourself and your family at this time. Then we've got the inner child, transformation, growth and renewal. You see my little you see my little niece in the picture? Transformation, growth and renewal. The inner child is all about that life. The inner child will be asking a lot of questions. The inner child will be very will be very much about this transformation. There'll be no resistance from the inner child. The inner child is ready for the growth and the renewal. The inner child's growth and renewal has become very, very loud at this time, because of this Pluto retrograde. This Pluto retrograde bringing up a lot of the past, in order to continue to soothe and to nurture and care for the inner child, who still may have some blockages. So not necessarily the inner child having traumas that have been undealt with. Let's skip over those. What about the stuff that you've just forgotten? What about the stuff that just doesn't make any sense anymore? I mean, you don't even remember it until your memory's jogged. Since I've been out here, my auntie, the auntie that's hosting us in Harare, she was actually very, very good friends with my biological father, George. and this is a man I've never met in my life. And she was, the way she spoke about him, even when she says his name, she smiles, and I mean, it's difficult for my, well, he was such a wonderful man. He never ever checked for me, never once checked for me. But I guess he had his reasons as to why. And the by and by of it was that he was a great guy. And she speaks so highly of him. She even describes him. She just, when I was pulling my hair out today and did my hair, she was like, "Oh, your hair's kind of like your dad's." And I was just like, I never knew that. I don't think my mum even knew that. You know what I mean? Like, it was these little, tiny little pieces of information that kind of soothed my inner child. I also found out what tribe my dad is from, so therefore I'm clear about his animal totem. Can you believe this? My father's animal totem is the jackal. Zimbabweans, Malawians, and South Africans are big on animal totems. This is something I learned this year. I had no idea, and my mum, she doesn't know too much about it, but she was sitting right next to me when I was doing the research. We were trying to find what our family animal totem was, but all we could find was my father's. And turns out it's the jackal. And I remember seeing the jackal and thinking, God, how unfortunate would it be to be a jackal? And then my mum's like, "Oh, that's your dad's name." I was like, what? And then I thought, hold on, the jackal is part of the canine family, and I'm a dog witch. Makes sense. It just makes sense. So I'm going to do a little bit more research on the jackal. I know the jackal has got the worst reputation. They even say that the Antichrist was born of the jackal, right? Lord Jesus. But that's according to the Western philosophy. So it's better I do some deeper research on indigenous and African traditions on the jackal and find out wagwan. I know the jackal is untrustworthy. I mean, I'm not winning, but it is part of my father's animal totem, or it is my father's animal totem. And again, like I said, these little tidbits of information are allowing me to transform, to grow and renew. You know, so I'm suspecting the same will be of you guys as well. You'll be finding out bits of information about your bloodline, about memories of childhood, things that you'd forgotten, things that had been buried, and you'll be able to continue with your transformation, growth and renewal. I think on the general reading at the weekend that I did, renewal and transformation was a theme as well. But wherever there's a Pluto retrograde, there's going to be some renewal. There's going to be some transformation. There's going to be some phoenixing. There's going to be some phoenixing. And we need to do it. We need to do it because this ascension process is amping up. It's amping up. And sorry, my throat's so dry. And I've got like a drop of water left. I have to be really sparing. So as this ascension process is amping up and we are being forced to release anything that's heavy, anything that no longer serves us, continuously, this is a continuous process that we go through. It's allowing us to be like, look at this, the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles, you know, in traditional tarot, it's like there's a bit of restriction, there's a bit of stinginess, and it can be with right about now, making big choices and decisions, like to move and to buy land and to even to purchase things like seeds and make investments and stuff like that. It can be a little bit daunting, especially for the inner child that really grew with nothing and had nothing. It can be a little bit overwhelming, so there could be a little bit of pullback, and that would be coming from the aspect of your inner child. So just clock that and know what it is, so that you can give yourself a little bit more movement and a little bit more freedom when it comes to these things, when it comes to investment, especially in yourself. Research on how you can find dual citizenship outside of the West as well is also a bit of a costly endeavor, but it's very worth it. So the inner child may feel, oh, I don't want to spend the money, I could be doing other things. And, you know, watch the inner child as well as it's going through its renewal, because the inner child of all things likes new shit, likes toys, likes rewards, right? When it's done a good job, when it's a job well done. So just be careful about spending too frivolously during this time, and making sure that you're investing your coin the best way that you can right now. Okay. This is gonna be one quick reading, but can you see the sun's going down? It's getting chilly. I'm gonna see if I can have a little nap before the babies truly all come home from school. All right, so we got the shadow next, and the shadow's got patience and tolerance. You know, tolerance ain't my favorite word, but the shadow is definitely being very patient at this time, having to adapt to certain things, because I know I have a problem with authority, and I've really humble myself. I remember this was in the last reading, that even the strongest will have to humble themselves. I've had to really humble myself, especially dealing with these authorities and trying to get my citizenship. They've been damn right rude and obnoxious, but you know, I've had to bite my lip, I've had to be patient, I've had to go through the process and not kick off. Even though there's been a few times where I'm like, my shadow's like, do you want me to say something? I'm like, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Let's look at this. Let's get a clarifier for patience and tolerance. You guys still there? Have I got you lot? Let me see. Live chat. The Eight of Cups. Let's read it. Being ambitious because I haven't got my glasses. Small text. Let's read it. Eight of Chalice. The papyrus shoot. Arrested, ripening, illusions, fantasies, improbabilities. Arrested, ripening, illusions, fantasies, improbabilities. Because you know how the shadow can sometimes be quite pessimistic. You know, be like, you know, I want to do this, nothing's gonna come of it. You know, some bullshit. Whatever you have to cut. Thank you for the donations, guys. I didn't even see them coming up. I can't see the chat. I don't know where it went. So you know the Eight of Cups. Again, we're dealing with emotions. So the shadow right about now is highly emotional, highly strung, because it's having to do things that it wouldn't normally do in order to get forward, to get what it needs. The masculine and feminine, and the masculine and feminine energy is happily beavering away, doing its thing, and I feel like the shadow energy is like, what the fuck is happening, man? Why is it taking so long, man? Shit, like, why we even got to do this, man? Why can't we just, you know what I mean? Why can't we do shit my way? If we do things my way, no. Because you're too emotional right now, shadow. Because again, you're having to do a lot of work with Pluto retrograde in order to uncover and to work with a lot of the energies that are coming up for you right now, in terms of past buried shit that the inner child is continuing to uncover. So I feel like right now the shadow aspect of ourselves needs patience. It's being patient, but we need to be patient with the shadow. you know, because the shadow is being disrespected left, right, and center through having to adapt to new circumstances, and we're really pushing for our freedom at this time. And the shadow is like, the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like some of the things that it's had to tolerate, because again, it's having to move around. It's not in its own comfortable environment. So there's a lot of things that the shadow is not about, but has to temporarily tolerate right now. I'll use tolerance today because it really feels squeezed, but the pressure will be released in good time. In good time. That was the last of the water, but we're getting to the last of the cards right now. What else did it say? Fantasies and improbabilities. Yeah, like I said, the shadow can be quite pessimistic, especially when it's having to do all of this work and it's just not in the mood, bruv. It's just not in the mood, and it just kind of wants to get on with itself. Oh, look at that! I bought the crystals, but I didn't bring the book. Shit. What am I doing? Let's get a clarifier on the higher self. Strength, bravery, and power for the higher self. Strength, bravery, and power. What does it say? The eagle is the mightiest bird in the sky, and its strength is in its talons, in its nails. It's hanging on to this idea. The higher self is definitely hanging on to the idea that freedom is definitely a possibility. Self-sovereignty is definitely a thing that can be achieved through us, and the higher self sticking to it. It's not changing its story. And again, this is where the shadow might be like, fuck this though, fuck this. What do we get? Got the 7 of Swords, and we got the 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Swords is definitely representing conflict. Could be some violent conflict, but again, the higher self is brave. The higher self has power of its own. So if there's a violent outbreak that's I feel imminent to kick off, there's about the eagle. I don't know what this bird is. I'm gonna have to research it. It looks like a raven, but it's got a white neck and then it's got a blue stripe. It's as big as a raven though, big as a, yeah. Anyway, so I feel like violent outbreaks, definitely a thing. I feel like not only the collective, but people as a whole are gonna get very, very fucking sick of being fooled and bamboozled with some bullshit. And I feel like they're gonna take to the streets, man. And I feel like the higher self is letting us know that there's nothing to worry about. You've got strength, you're brave, and you have power. You don't necessarily have to fight with the sword. You can fight with your other powers. Thank you for the like. 70 of you in, 70 likes. You lot are dope. You lot can fight in different ways in terms of protecting your sovereignty, protecting your freedom, and protecting your family. 7 of Swords, there's a lot of deceit and illusion, and the higher self wants you to know that that's what is going to be going on. The harder Simon and them fight, the harder because remember, they're coming for your food, they're coming for your fuel, they're coming for your necks. This is what they're doing because they're desperate. They are desperate. There is no such thing as a government of any kind in any country right now. It's all a fucking illusion. It doesn't exist. And I think they're going to continue. Now they're coming with this monkey thing. This is some violence on your immune system again, once again, which has already been weakened from the previous something that went down, right? And all of the things and the criteria that they told you needed to have for that. So I feel like the higher self is just letting you know, look, you've got the strength within you. You are brave, and you have the power within you to fight through this next wave of bullshit, because it is another wave of bullshit. And as long as we remember that, because Simon and them, they don't have no power, they don't know what the fuck. Those that were on the top shall be at the bottom. Those that will be on the bottom shall be at the top. So that they don't want that. They're gonna fight to the death for that shit. But all we need to do is mind our business, mind our fucking business, and continue to do what we do. Focus on what it is that you want to do, that you want to achieve, where do you want to be? Where do you want to see this thing play out for you? Where? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do while you're there? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's very, very important that you ask these questions right now. Don't think that you can just sit in your nice, comfortable house with your nice, comfortable car and your nice, comfortable job, because none of these things make any sense anymore. None of these things make any sense anymore at this point. And as scary and as harrowing as it may be, it really is time to is to let go of these things. You know, try to make sure that whatever you're building is transferable. You know, some that you can take it with you when you up and leave, or it can work for you when you up and leave. Makes sense? I'm still gonna pull a crystal. I don't know where I'm gonna read. We might just go in the house and look for the book. I didn't bring enough. I didn't bring like a bag or nothing with me to carry all my stuff back in the house. Reading's pretty much finished though. Sorry for the rush, but I'm hotspotting off my mum's phone, and I just didn't want the thing to cut out. So, such a beautiful background, isn't it? So lovely. I mean, this could definitely be me. This could be me. This is definitely me, in fact. Too many cards. Got turquoise. What do I know about turquoise? I know that it was one of the gemstones heavily used by the Egyptians, revered in royalty, revered for royalty, because y'all are royalty. But I want the bow. Should I run? You lot gonna wait for me? I'm gonna run and get the book, because I feel like it's important. Let's see if we can read this. Freezing though, and then I can bring a little bag to bring everything out. It's freezing. Come on. Can I speak though? After all that running, no water. Water. Alright, let's quickly do this. Woo! We did run. Lord Jesus. Alright, 39. I mean, because what is the reading of 5 aspects of the soul without a bow? Alright, boom. Turquoise, true riches. A copper-based stone attracting good fortune since antiquity. Turquoise was popular for protective amulets sacred to Hathor, Venus, and to Buddha. It linked earth and sky and made a potent love charm. Self-understanding. Your pathway is one of self-realization. Qualities you cultivate now drive your spiritual evolution forward. Draw on your karmic wisdom and past life skills. Look at this. Multi-talented, versatile. Release vows that no longer serve you and speak what used to be unspeakable. Divination. Watch your health and avoid polluted environments because the West is finished. Brilliant success and happiness are coming. Fortune favors you. You navigate the way forward with sure-footed confidence, but watch your personal safety. And listen to this: watch your personal safety, and deal with problems immediately. Good friends accompany you. You are in the spotlight, and others rely on you. Healing insight: your true riches lie not in the bank, but in your heart. Your true riches lie not in the bank, but in your heart. Be patient. Be patient. Frequency medium to high, chakra throat, third eye, timing Scorpio, Sagittarius, Pisces. Soul path attuning to inner riches. You hear that? You hear that? This is time. This is the time. This is the time. You have to be brave at this point. You have to be brave at this point. There's no time to be stingy. Invest and invest confidently. Your fortune is imminent. Your fortune is imminent, but you know that it starts here. It's got nothing to do with Simon's money and that. But think about it, like we're trying to accumulate something with the enemy's head on it. Or it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. This is true wealth. This is true wealth. This is what I've been trying to tell my cousins since I got here. They're like, oh, England, England. And I'm like, guys, there's nothing there for you. There's nothing there for you. It's awful. You will suffer. You will not have what you have here. You definitely will not have what you have here. You've got all this land, everything. If all the shops shut down, this house would survive. This house would survive. There's how many of them in here? 9. They would survive comfortably for a very, very long time because they're they're self-resourceful. You know, everything that I'm looking at, like all the trees, I don't know if this one behind me is edible, but I know it's edible. Even behind this thing here, my auntie's got fish in her swimming. She's got fish in her swimming pool. Black people don't really love to swim. Africans, they don't really love to swim like that. So she just let her pool turn into some type of murky pond. Now she's got tilapia fish living in there, and if they want fish, there's fish in the pool. She's got chickens around the back there. The whole of this area right behind me here. So many different things. That big massive tree, that one there is an avocado tree. She's got avocados in her house this big, bruv. This big. Strawberries out there, potatoes, there's everything, spinach, there's all types of amazing produce growing right here on this land. Right here on this here land. So I'm just saying, it's so possible, and it's in its true wealth. It's true wealth. It reminded me what true wealth looks like, and that I would like to accomplish that for myself and my family too. So guys, You know, just remember, if you're still slogging your guts out for money, I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, that's all I want to say. Huh?
See you tomorrow.
Oh, see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Oh no, I'm leaving. I'm leaving in the morning.
Okay.
So it's lovely to meet you.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Have a good evening.
Okay.
So yeah, guys, true wealth is out there for you. It starts in your heart. What are you passionate about, man? What could you be passionate about? I feel like I could be definitely passionate about agriculture, growing, the delight of growing my own food, eating my own food. The strawberries my auntie's got, I've never tasted a strawberry like that in my life. The thing's sweet, looked like it made out of syrup. It's delicious. The avocados, huge. Yeah, there's everything, onions. She even got chickens back there, and they have their own eggs, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing what you could achieve if you just put some faith into what it is that the lifestyle you want to live. Be faithful, man. Be patient with the process, because obviously it's not going to happen overnight. You don't and the tree grows the next day. You know, you have. Also, you know, I loved that the card said that you've got friends there, you'll have friends there, we'll have support, we won't be doing this by ourselves, you know. So yeah, guys, that is your 5 aspects of the soul reading for the 26th of May from Zimbabwe. I'm gonna be back in London on Saturday. I'm going to be available back for readings on Wednesday. Private readings, I haven't been able to do them while I've been here. I just didn't want to risk it because of the Wi-Fi situation. And I'll be launching that website next week. Promise. There's no reason why I shouldn't. If it delays any longer, it's just my own procrastination, my own fears, which I'm over. So yeah, I'm excited. I'll be back soon, and you guys be safe. Use critical thinking on every fucking thing that you're being told and everything that you see right about now. Critical thinking is your best friend. Don't let cognitive dissonance get your ass killed. All right? I love you. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.